have a leg position and an attack for a leg position, we want to be inside. Inside. That means I want to have my feet inside of your feet, like this, right? The same when you stand up, when you are standing, and we do this drill, right? Where we go here, we have one arm inside and one arm outside, right? Control, so outside control, inside control. I want to have both inside, so I want to pummel inside, to be here, to be able to control his hip, control his upper body, get close to something, right? I want to have this control. So the same thing here, when I'm inside, I want to be inside, I want to be here, and I want to bring my big toe to the inside, so I have pressure here. So I don't just put my legs in here, they're loose, I want this. So you already feel a bit more, right? So I turn inside and I feel this control. Also this, when I have this, you feel now I have a good control, right? So I can rotate your hips, right? I can go back, I can move you here. So that is the control we want. So we're gonna do the same pummeling drill that we do when we stand, we're gonna do it with the legs. So one is out and one is in. So when you do this, you don't have to be like super tight, it's just about the moving the legs, so we do leg pummeling. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this in and then you're gonna bring yours in. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And now you feel, okay, I have this. Now you start to go here, so you have the right technique, right? So again, I come in, you come in. I go here, good. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And you see our hands are here. So we warm up this, we warm up the hips, and we practice leg pummeling instead of arm pummeling. Okay? It's good? All right, pairs of 2. Let's get. You don't have confidence in your control position. So when you're here, you're not really confident that you can control from here. If you know exactly what you're doing from here, you know what's really important, you get more confident. If you practice it and really practice the control position, which we're going to do today, you should have more confidence after. So what you're going to do is you're going to rush it from here. You want to say, oh, I can't really control for a long time. So I want to get to submission as fast as possible. So you rush. Number 2 is, if you get to here, because you're not confident in this, you rush, but also because you're not confident in the finishing mechanics, you kind of like try, and if it's not working, you're kind of like, I let go and do something else, right? So we want to get rid of this and we want to build confidence. So the first thing we want is to use this drill we just did, this going in, to use here. So when I'm here, I have inside position here. Inside position like we had before. I want to get, can we turn this way so you sit here so they can see better? So I have inside position. I want to get this leg here. And I'm going to do it by gripping here and gripping here and get it here. Now, in this position, I want to use this shrimp motion. So you see, I control over the knee, I control under the knee, I go here and I'm shrimping. You already feel I'm very close to you. I control you're here, right? And I control here, and then I add these 2 and form this into a closed circle here. I need a closed circle here. This needs to be covered. If this is not covered, or like this, this is open, and it's easy for you to move it. So I need to go deep. So first thing, inside, here, bring it over, and when you're here, you're shrimping, bam, and you connect this up, this over. You don't need to do this fast, you need to do it right. So, boom, and you're thinking, okay, here, move, this is the movement, yeah, deep inside. You see, this is on this leg, this foot, because I'm going in, this already is here on this side at the right place. I'm really deep. I want to connect my butt to his in between here. That's my idea, and then I want to get here and close the circle. That's where I end up. And here I'm just controlling. I'm not wrapping. I'm just controlling. So how does it feel for you? Right. Okay. The test is I let go and you pull out. Now I have no control here, but if you can do it 3-4 times and I still have this tight control here, is already a good position to be in, right? Right? You see, it yes. Feels like, yeah. And your partner can tell you, oh. Okay? One more time. Inside. Get this leg, and then reverse shrimp in, deep, boom. Once you're here, connected, you bring this up, close it here. This side is on this side, right? This foot is over your butt, there. We're gonna talk about after. And you're here, and you're gonna be here. Now, without holding, the test is following. I close, and you go. Right, so 1, 2, 3, and you can still hold it. Still, the knee line is here. It's a good control. All right, let's go. Before, right, we did the marching drill where we were here. We did this, we switched. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this drill where we grab here, we come, we move in. We move out, we come inside again. We go here, here, and you do the other side. Boom, in. Right? So we're gonna switch. So you come from here, I'm gonna move in, oh, I'm here, let go, come back in. I grab above the knee, below the knee. Bring it over and I shrimp in. Boom. I'm here, I bring it up. This is my control. I go back, boom, and I go in. Now your turn. Inside, grab the leg, pop, zoom, in, good control. You decide the speed. You just need to feel good with it. The other side, zoop, in, good. Exactly. And now I come again, yeah? I go inside, yeah, let me come inside. I come inside, 1, remember this, 2, remember this. I'm here, I grab, right? So you go 1, 2, 1, 2, is that good? You first want to get to some kind of a control position where you control their body, right? Which is the end of the lever. The end of the lever is here on his hip, right? One end of the lever. The other end of the lever is here. So I can either control this end of the lever first, which we are doing here with this, and I'm kind of not controlling this yet, right? So when I come to this side, so I'm controlling your hip here, right? Here, and here I'm not controlling much. I just keep it here, and I see the knee line. I don't want it to go further. I want to keep control. But there's also another way. When you get this, when you come here, the first thing you want to do is control this end of the lever. And I don't want to attack it. I just want to control it. One good position we know is this kind of figure 4. This is good control. Not that much good of an attacking mechanic, like a braking mechanic or a finishing mechanic, but a good control mechanic here. Especially good if he wants to turn. But, so my idea is just here, and I want to get a good bite here. And what I want is, when I do this, I'm strong, but I don't have this hand to work. So I want this hand to work. So I'm going in here, and I'm using this part of my forearm here to get here, and I kind of feel his Achilles tendon. Do you feel it? Yeah. Right. And I want to bring my hand up to my chest, and I want to bring my elbow in. So I go in, I feel kind of the connection here. Can you move it out, slip it out? No? So I'm gonna go here high, and I'm gonna go here. It's not finishing. Mm-hmm. Now maybe, because you said it's hard to shrimp in, right? So now I'm here. I can now shrimp in and do this connection second. So I first connect to this. So maybe I come here and he moves somehow in another direction. Move. He moves here. You see, I have all this freedom of my 2 legs, right? And I have this hand. So if we come here, I can use a different leg configuration. Instead of being here, I'm going to go here and here. Different. I control this end of the lever. I'm now going to go in here and go here. Right? Mm-hmm. And from here, because I control both ends, I can attack. Okay? I'm going to show this again. So the idea is the same. I'm going to come here and I'm going to wrap this right away. I'm not gonna shrimp in now. I'm gonna wrap this right away. So we're working on control today. Before we had classic Ashi Garami control of his hip. Now we're gonna work on control of this ankle, which means I'm gonna wrap it, and I want this part on his Achilles tendon here. If it's higher up, it's okay, because that's what happens. If I can always move back a little bit, but this bump will stop the foot from slipping out. And I want this, the idea is to get his high up. You see he's already wincing a little bit, it's tight. And then I want to bring this elbow in to my body. And you see, he releases the pressure by lifting the hip. So my job is now to pin the hip down. And then I can do this and he needs to tap. So we have names, we have foot lock, we have ankle lock, we have Achilles, right, locks and stuff. We don't care. We care about putting pressure on this joint in some way. And depending on how you move, how I move, I can finish. So we're now working on controlling this part first. So we control it first, and then, because this is free now, we haven't trimmed in, we're gonna move this leg inside with this. So instead of have it here, we move it inside here. And then we bring this foot on top to put his foot down. And he feels now tension on the foot. You feel it?
Yes.
Tension. And that's what we want. We don't want any finishing, we just want tension. And you bring this together. You feel tension?
Yes.
Good. All right. So there's a classic escape, right? So can you take my foot? And you go traditional Ashi Garami. Here. There is a traditional escape. Some people use this arm. Doesn't make a lot of sense, because now look, you need to release to let go. So what you want is lean to this side, lift your hip and grab your foot and push down. Feel the difference, Victor. If I push on your heel and give resistance, like you don't want me to do it. Okay, again. Which one is?
Yeah, from toes.
Toes, huh? Yeah. So we want to grab the toes, not the heel. And also, if you come here, if you can twist a little bit your hip, it's kind of like, this is harder to push it down because you're pushing against your hip. Yeah. If you twist your hip a little bit, okay. So I can foot lock him here, so it's a problem. So I get here, we come here. Yeah. So, is it okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so we go here, I push it down here. Now, I want to move over, right? I can either sit on it or I can get over it. Right? So that's my escape, my first escape. Right? It's an escape. So I go here, I push it down gently, and I go over. Now, what I want you to do is, I want you to get to this leg. So I'm going to show it, right? So I get you, I'll show the other side here. I'm here, you do the defense. Yeah, so you're here. From here, I want you to take this, because this foot is here, I want you to grab this side. I want you to come here. You have inside position. I want you to grab. I want you to change side and attack the other side. So here, again, you defend. You push down, you jump over. You grab the other side. You gain inside position. Make sure you have this control in here. What you're going to do is you're going to grab here, like we did before. You're going to reach. You're going to shrimp in. You're going to connect. Here. You need to see it again? Okay, let's go. One more time. Okay, one more time. Sorry. Here. I'm here, you defend. He jumps over. Now, what I want to, I still have this hook. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this leg to me to grab the heel. Now, I can move to the middle and get to this inside position where we worked before. We went inside. You control. Now from here, it's the same as we did at the beginning. You're going to reach to the other side and go here. So I counter-attack his escape. He escapes, I go to the other side. Good. Here, this is my favorite guard pass from the close guard. What I'm going to do is I'm going to block this, put my head down, I want to stand up. I'm here. I'm going to move, you keep tight guard, yeah? I'm going to move one step in here, and I'm going to move back, and my knee is in the middle, and at some point, this is gonna break. As soon as it's gonna break, I have this leg forward, this leg is here. What I'm gonna do right away, I'm gonna catch it here. So it's not moving away, right? Now you see what I have here, right? What I'm gonna do is the same as we did before. We took the leg, I'm gonna do the same. I have it here, I'm gonna grab this, I'm gonna sit down here, and I'm gonna go into this right away. And I'm in the same position where we were before. Okay, again. Over to the deck. So, here. We're here. I need to be first, right? Also, if you pull me down for some reason, here, I can also swim inside, get his biceps here, my head is here, I'm gonna step up. Because I control this, he cannot reach here or go underneath, yeah? Because I do this. As soon as I lose this control, he goes here, I go back down. I cannot stand up because it will not work, right? So I need to be here and try. So here, I stand up. Now move one leg inside. Inside. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shift my leg backwards. This is inside. At some point he's gonna, and at that point, I'm gonna just close it here. Grab here. This is already here. I'm gonna sit down and I keep this pulling motion. It's kind of like I want to be as close as possible and I end up here.